Congratulations, you have completed a product in video number 5. In video number 6, you get to learn how to create a training area. The training area, of course, if you remember, helps support the product. Without the training area, you will have an increase of support tickets. And you'll have an increase of refund rates, possibly. So the purpose of this is to help you save that time, create that training area, lower those support tickets so that you have time to run your business, you have time to market your business, and you have time to create more products and so forth. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is you want to ask someone to go through your product and find loopholes, find unanswered questions. Now, as you can see, if you look back in the back, the first thing we did was plan, and then we created an outline. Then we did our sales there. Then we fixed the outline. And as you can see, we're improving the outline. So we're trying to fill in all the possible loopholes that we can. By the time you created the product, that outline should have been good. However, after you create the product, there's always going to be unanswered questions. Always. Unless you create a perfect product. So if you do that, then, you ask them to go through, what can you fix and things like that. Now, the training area is really there so that you can support the product. Let's say you forget to do something specifically in that product. You can always go back and add it to the training center. And that's something you could do. You could say in the videos, hey, we're not going to go over this too much, but I'm going to talk more about it in the training center. Use beta testers. If you can get a few people who want to try your product for free, which I'm pretty sure you can find a lot of those people out there, then do that. But of course, you'll want to find somebody who can beta test it and not give away everything. So you might want to find somebody who you trust to be a beta tester, whether it's a family member or whether it's a business friend or so forth. Then you take questions and you create at least 5 videos or reports. You can create videos if you want, you don't have to. Or you can create 5 reports. But I found videos help a lot faster just because people can go through and get their question fairly quickly. There's some folks that just prefer reading, so you can provide reports as training center materials if you want to as well. But I recommend video. If you use reports, then you need to use a lot of screenshots. That's why I recommend video, because it's just easier for you to record with Camtasia or ScreenFlow. With reports, you need to create detailed reports, detailed instruction with lots and lots of screenshots. Now, creating screenshots, if you do, I would recommend a software called Snagit. Snagit is actually created by the same company that creates Camtasia. I use Snagit because not only can you screenshot or make screenshots, but you can do a lot more. You can highlight it, you can do different cool things that just make it look better visually. But like I said, recommend video. You don't want to go video, do reports. Just make sure you take lots of screenshots, because if your reports are created in a manner that you create more loopholes for yourself and you create more unanswered questions, then your training center is not going to help you at all. So just keep that in mind. Everything you create can have a loophole or increase the amount of loopholes. So you want to make sure that when you create it, it doesn't create more unanswered questions or it doesn't confuse people. Like I said, if you add fluff and you add quantity actually increases the loopholes and the unanswered questions. So it's actually better to focus on less but quality. You need to create a training area that supports your product. That's pretty self-explanatory. And you decrease the amount of support you will face, and you'll make your customers happy. If you think about it, your customers buy the product, and if they have a question, let's say you're sleeping, they email you, let's say you wake up 13 hours later, by that point, they're probably pretty angry at you, and they want to answer right now. And they probably emailed you and emailed you again just to show you that they're pretty angry at you right now. So you don't need that extra anger. You don't need all that extra, emotions flying at you just because you have a bunch of loopholes. So create that training area that'll help you a lot, and it'll decrease the amount of support. And if your customers are happy, guess what? Your relationship with your customers increase, and they're more likely to purchase from you in the future. Let's talk about forums. Previously, I said forums, I don't recommend them. Yes or no? Personally, I do not recommend forums because forums are okay, but they take a lot of time and they confuse people. What I found over the years, if I create a forum and I attach it to one of my products, people go and log in, they'll create something in the forum, but sometimes I will never be notified and won't know until a week later when somebody emails me. And the thing about forums, if somebody's upset and you don't really monitor your forums every single day, and they trash talk you and everything like that, then that's just going to decrease the morale to the whole forum and your whole member base. So at the same time, if you're thinking about efficiency, if you're checking your email every single day, you're not checking the forum every day, and let's say you got 10 products in 10 different forums, then you've got to check 10 of those forums every single day. And maintenance is just a lot of problems. But if you have 10 different products funneling into different emails, but they're centralized, let's say in Gmail, and you check your Gmail account every day, then you're going to be able to get back to these people at a faster rate, and they're going to be happy about it. With forums, if you don't answer somebody in a week, of course they're going to be kind of frustrated. So you want to be able to answer their questions fast, but at the same time you want to be able to save time yourself. Now that you understand how to create a training center, what I want to do is move on to video number 7.